Hey guys, I'm here. Welcome back for episode 5 of Monarch Legacy of Monsters. We're going to go ahead and jump into tonight's episode because I have a couple other things I need to record tonight. So guys, let's go ahead and strap in. If you want to see the full-length reaction, as always, you can check those out over on Patreon, or if you become a member of the channel, gives you access as well. It is a watch-along format, so you will need your own footage to sync up the time codes and react to the entire episode. Over there, you get the same thing for all the shows and movies that we cover on the channel. You also get to suggest and vote on what movies to react to each month. We got monthly Q&As, behind-the-scenes footage, try to make it worth your while, so sure to support the channel. But guys, at the end of the day, I'd really appreciate it. If you enjoyed this reaction, at least leave a like, drop a comment, subscribe if you're not already, because it really does go a long way with helping these videos out. Huge thank you to the team over at Prepper for helping me edit down these highlights for you guys here on YouTube. And with that all said out of the way, let's hop into episode 5, The Way Out. Here we go.
You think you can intimidate me with all this secret Black Ops bullshit? Good luck.
Oh man, nothing could be more terrifying than being on that bridge, you know? Slap, slap, slap.
Where's Turtle Shaw? I know you guys can hear me.
I know he was hitting that hard, but just flesh on concrete like that just sounds funny. Doesn't sound as intimidating as it might look. Now him hitting the door, that's another matter. I felt that. It's also kind of interesting too, because like, you know, as we cut into the opening, which is a bunch of parallels and opposites as well, it's interesting to see the kind of contrast of their reactions to being in their situation. While she's kind of retreated into the corner, being calm and talking her shit, you know, he's up, he's about, he's slamming stuff. He's a little more volatile in this moment. It's just a little thing that I noticed there.
We have a team in place. They've never seen anything like it. When someone discovers a new species, they get to name it for themselves. Titanus May Hewitt. Lyra Mateo of Tacoma, Washington.
Oh, we gonna find some stuff out finally?
It's not crazy to think we could help each other. Like I said, it's always good to have a backup.
I don't know, man, it's hard because we don't really know anything about her right now too, so I don't know how to read some of these interactions all that well, like what way will she go and all this kind of thing, like what can they offer her, like we don't know the extent of her exile.
They are Hiroshi Randa's kids. They are Bill and Keiko Randa's grandkids. We're treating them like they're criminals.
Says the man who tried to abduct them.
Okay, mistakes were made.
She's a school teacher, okay? No record. The son is an artist. This one is interesting.
Rude.
From the way she swept her apartment, she knows how to disappear.
Why?
Okay, so they don't know. Clears that up.
This organization is in their blood. We can teach them who they are.
You don't mean recruit them.
Monarch is their legacy.
What is his angle? Because now he's like vouching for him. What is the goal here? What are they after?
Say we put them on a long leash. See where they lead us.
What about him?
He's my problem now.
You know, I also didn't think about this last episode. I don't think we flashed back. If we did, I don't remember, but I don't think we flashed back at all to Lee's early days.
Why don't you guys go ahead and come on out? Please do watch your step, though. It's slippery.
I just want to know his angle, man. I just want to know.
And plane tickets, money, phones, courtesy of Monarch. I'm very sorry about all of this.
Frick?
Asshole. You stuck your noses in shit you don't understand. You are goddamn lucky to be alive. So take your shiny new passports and go home. I've already used what little influence I have to cover your asses this time. Don't expect it to happen again. How was that?
You're learning.
I'm so confused on what is happening on the Monarch side of things, man.
Do we? I already searched his office.
Not the one in San Francisco. Backup family, backup office. Worth a shot, right?
Backup family, backup office. Just imagine having to say that, like, out loud. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Look at that. That is wicked. Overlaying him over himself as he's standing in his own position, too, and then he turns around and the face overlays.
We stand on the shoulders of giants.
Feels a little more like you're sitting on them, you know, weighing them down, doing what Monarch does best.
And what's that, Colonel?
Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
And traipsing around the globe with Hiroshi Randa's kids. That's doing something.
Those kids have already survived more situations than half the people you got working in your field out there.
He's calling it a shadow of what it was meant to be when they established it.
Not going anywhere.
And you're not getting anywhere, are you, Deputy Director?
Oh, interesting.
So he should be what, 90 at least? How does he look like that?
There's rumors of a mission gone bad, but it's classified.
Time slip.
Who is he now? How did he go?
That's the
straight
second
from
time
an
that's
old
come up.
folks' home to finding a titan no one in the entire organization knew existed?
At first, I was kind of like, you know, maybe it's a little like thing and how Kurt Russell looks great for his age, but like maybe something actually did happen. It did say like reality is weird around Titans just in general, so ooh. Wow. Getting to see San Fran after the attack.
Hello, I'm James, Caroline's work friend. Pleasure to meet you.
These are my friends, not from work, May and Kentaro.
Welcome. Hey. Welcome. Hop in.
Yeah, he was waiting for a handshake and he bowed instead.
Grab your coat. Grab your coat. She's okay?
Yeah. Oh, wow. Ooh. FEMA housing.
Is it true they're selling tours of the destroyed city?
They did. Before the military walled it off.
My mother tried signing up for one to find my father.
Oh. It's interesting that we're seeing like this side of everything, you know? Feels like after, you know, between 2014's Godzilla, King of the Monsters and all of that, which had a very kind of distinct idea of these creatures and what a world trying to coincide with them looks like. It just kind of feels like Godzilla versus Kong kind of has a different idea of that, and especially with this new trailer.
Yeah, just give you guys some time.
But I'm still down for it, man. I'm down for the boom boom
You can break it to her, James.
action figure clash with the big old monster-sized toys and all that.
Welcome. Wow, so you both come from Tokyo?
Yeah.
Which part? Because my husband used to travel
Mom,
there
this is
a lot.
Kentaro and Randa.
You must be so tired, having come from so far. Oh my gosh. I'm so sorry.
Anyway, what I was getting at was it seems like there's a little bit of a shift and a lean towards the fun action figure element of it all versus the kind of like actual philosophical, little headier kind of themes that they were going with in the earlier films.
What do you expect me to do? Throw him out? Have a hysterical breakdown?
Go for it. I wouldn't blame you.
Your father was never really all here.
So you
Girlfriend.
sent me there. You pushed and you pushed because you wanted the truth, but you were too chicken shit to go yourself. We're going to Dad's office.
Why?
To find what else he was hiding from us.
No, not into the red zone. The military has it cordoned off. They're arresting looters every day. Some of them even get shot.
So they're getting in, we'll go in with them.
God, man. See what I mean? This is like such a stark contrast to like the last two films at least. Well, last film. Sorry, I forget that the new one hasn't come out yet. We just seen the trailer.
Here you go. For your troubles.
Oh. Bribery. so eerie.
How can anyone believe this is fake?
It's easier than waking up every day and thinking at any moment the same could happen to you.
Yeah, denial's a hell of a drug.
We have the smartest people on the planet working on it. Colonel, you could stand down.
Smartest people on the planet have had 60 years to prepare for G-Day. Let them fight.
Wow. Whoa. Did he just call out Serizawa like that? I mean, hey, let's say that trailer line is brilliant, but he's got a point.
It was our favorite little coffee shop.
Jeez. G-Day -2.
Hey.
Uh-oh. We gonna see Godzilla -1?
Why don't you tell Mrs. Yi that you're putting in your notice and that you'll be out by the end of the month?
Yo.
So it begins.
About that, though. There it is. -1.
No phones in class.
Is that the attack in Hawaii? Yep.
All right, phones away. Chad's father's probably right. This has to be a prank of some kind.
Everyone okay here?
We're fine. Today's lesson: don't believe everything you see on the internet.
We're monitoring the situation closely. Make sure their phones are charged and they all know their family reunification plans. We'll let you know if we decide to close the school.
Yeah, it's just, yeah, oof.
Over there.
It would have been smarter to stay on the side you were already on.
Where's this one headed?
G-Day. Yep, there she is.
How can I help? It's up to you. I'm staying with the kids in the gym until they get picked up.
I don't know where those fools think they're going. They're only letting buses across the bridges. Kate, are you chaperoning this one? I can take it if you want to stay with Danny.
Or maybe she got on the bus, hoping to get out while she stayed behind here.
Got this.
Nice. Nice.
Anyone know a good song? Lower the volume.
No. No.
Dad would sing these cheesy commercials.
He'd make a serious time to listen to me face and then do something so silly.
Let's use our inside voices.
Yeah, don't need to get caught, right? Oh, no. Wait, did they just have a bunch of people rounded up over there? Looked like there was more people. I wasn't 100% sure if that was people or foliage. Probably rounded up some other looters. But yeah, they were being, that was a cute moment, but real dumb. Real dumb, especially just so soon after they already were almost caught.
We'll have to try another way.
There's so many ways.
One of them goes through.
No, you don't know that. You can't know that. We're gonna die down here.
Ooh. That was good.
What do you have to do that's more important than us?
I'll just go ahead and find a way out.
Breathe with me.
No, I can't.
Bullshit. Yes, you can. Come on. In. Out. In. Hey.
Oh.
We were good. You don't want good.
Wow. Eee.
I found a way out. Just follow the cats.
I mean, that is a smart plan. You know, what did I say? You know, it wasn't the Tim thing, as we've learned, at least so far. We don't know. We don't know what Tim's deal is. Still, to this moment. But it is a very random thing, it seems. Two-timing. God. And her, like, guilt, her survivor's struggle as well, her PTSD, all that. I think she's projecting all of that onto everybody around her.
At least we know where to look. What? No, there has to be something.
What if that graph was important?
I used to think this had something to do with the satellite work.
What do you mean?
The orbital arcs of satellites are sine waves. These pathways, there's something else.
Migration patterns, like in that flashback when we saw them looking at the travel pattern, the flight pattern of that winged creature, the winged titan that attacked them at the ship.
These points.
They're like constellations.
But it's not a star map.
No. It's a world map.
Give me that.
And then he's gonna line it up with that being up against the wall and him being far away, scale it down.
My first art installation was about projected images. How putting one image on another can reveal something completely new.
Pap! Nice! There it is.
Yeah.
Now let's snap a picture of that.
San Francisco. Alaska.
Emergence points.
Be the path he took.
Yes, this is it. This is what we wanted. High fives.
Can we not?
We gotta go.
Nobody got a phone? Snap a picture of it. Hey, they made it.
I didn't want to know the truth. I liked having a part-time husband. But that meant that you had a part-time father. And you deserve more than that.
Dad didn't die in Alaska.
What?
He worked for some secret organization like the CIA, but for Godzilla.
You just keep dropping these bombs on your mom, man. She'll be fine. She's gonna be great. Your strategy? On point. Keep it going. You're gonna kill this woman.
I want to go home. Tell me what I need to do.
Oh no.
I'll be in touch.
He's gonna flip on her friends. And we just still don't know what she's carrying around, man. I hope they don't drag it out too much longer. All right. That was a really good episode, though. I really do love the production value they've been putting in the show, not just with the special effects, but just like with the set work and stuff, like them going through the debris of San Francisco after the Godzilla's attack. And like the little like world building nuggets, you know, about the looters, the way it's isolated, the fact that they used to have tours, people used to go there to try to prove that it was a hoax or try to find their loved ones or just kind of see the devastation for themselves. You know, and still in the background, there's all these little protocols, little warning signs, propaganda, and like safety things, all that fit in. We've been seeing it all throughout this, but there was a lot of new signage throughout this as well, on top of just the protocols of people going in and salvaging and looting and monitoring and patrolling the desolation. As we're traveling through this, we're traveling through Cate's kind of memories of that day and why all of this that has been going on has been hitting so hard. Because in the revelation of what happened with her father and this other family, the fact that what he's been doing this entire time, two-timing, she had this opportunity for someone that cared for her and was trying to offer this home and all this kind of thing. And even in the act of moving in with this person, she was cheating on them. So like that realization that you're no different than the person that left you high and dry in such a desperate moment is kind of interesting, on top of the survivor's guilt of it all. But it's interesting how everything kind of parallels and mirrors. which is, again, been a constant theme throughout this whole thing. And then this whole thing, too, allowed her this small way to get closer to Kentaro. As they were walking through, they were bonding a little bit over those little show tunes, those little jingles from commercials or whatever that their father would sing, and then the way that they kind of worked together to uncover the secret of the San Francisco office that he had up with these patterns that show these points, these migratory patterns, kind of, again, calling back to the previous episodes where they were able to track the movements of that one creature that was flying over, that Titan, and we could see the patterns of that same radiation being interfered with there, showing pinpoints that they were looking for, one of which was San Francisco, which is where the Mutos decided to head towards and charge, and met Godzilla right there on the beach end. It's just crazy how it's all connecting. And then we see these well springs and all this sort of thing, because we saw the one up in the Alaskan base, that pillar of radiation just pouring out of the planet. And there might have been something similar like that too. Like they said, the last one was just before G-Day. They had to have known going into this, you know, that this was releasing at least the week of or week after Godzilla -1, but G-Day -1, G-Day -2. Like, there's other ways you probably could have depicted that or displayed that, but I just felt like that was, they were planning that in parallel to the release of Godzilla -1. Maybe I'm reading too much into that, but it's a fun little thing, even if it's not. But seeing the way, again, that they visualize her PTSD with the environment around her, like having this like thumbing, and then it just boom, it like pops into focus for what she's seeing. It's just wild. Again, I have no idea what is going on in Monarch, what their goal is. We still have no idea what Randa was into. Tim seems to be desperately, maybe he's on Shaw's side, but went about it a weird way. He knows that what they should be doing, because he called him out about it a few episodes ago. I think in the last episode when they're having that big old conference meeting, was that they should be hunting these monsters. You know, and like Lee said, you know, you guys have been working, you had all the smartest people in the room on the planet, and in 60 years, you couldn't do shit when D-Day came. That's the whole point, was to, you know, countermeasures or prevention to help warn people, to create systems that are meant to detect this, and none of that has happened. As well as just study these creatures. That was one of the original intents as well. Even though the military co-opted that and kind of twisted it around into self-defense, it was a means of studying, understanding, and trying to find a way to coexist, and Monarch seemingly has been doing absolutely none of this. And he's calling him out on it, which again leads me to wonder like what Tim's after, why those files were important to him, because he does seem to want to help. He thinks that Monarch is not doing what Monarch should be doing, so we've picked up on that as well. But then he's siding with them. I just don't know what he's after. I don't know what the goal is. Same with this whole little interrogation, guilt trip, whatever with Shaw that they've got going on as well. But we got that card that was given to May as, I guess, a bargaining chip. They said that they didn't find any warrants for her arrest. Again, assuming that the name that they did find was actually her name and not the one she's been going by or an alias or whatever. She left them that card and it was like, hey, we can scratch your back if you scratch our backs. Maybe they identified the person who in that room would be most likely to want to flip. We've been seeing she's been on the run. She's not been able to go home, or seemingly has been afraid to maintain any kind of contact, physical or even verbal over the phone with her family. All these burner identities, passports, phones, all of that. We still don't know. But then again, if they haven't been able to figure out who she is, even based on an image, it just makes me wonder, what the fuck is her story? But she snuck away and called that number on that card and is like, hey, I just want to go home. What do I got to do? She's done. She's done running. Seems like, I don't know what she's going to do. Is she going to flip on them? Kind of covertly report what they find out, what they learn while investigating Randa's stuff. What's the trade-off even going to be? And I gotta give it up to these moms on both sides of the coin. Kentaro's mom, sweetest soul on the planet. Despite what has gone on with her, she was doing everything in her power to be there for Cate as well, as no matter how much it hurt her. And then on the flip side of that, we have Cate's mother, who was not perfect. She's kind of not, she's not the altruistic mother that the others seem to have been. Again, mirrors and parallels and all that kind of stuff. You know, she was a little more, she had suspected, but she was also not pushing it. She didn't want to know the truth, but she also enjoyed the freedom. She was like stuck in the middle of kind of dancing in this uncertainty. You know, it was almost better not knowing, but then in the wake of everything that happened, she just couldn't anymore, but she couldn't go herself to find out, so she found a way to get Cate over there to look into it. Both a selfish and selfless act at the same time, because it gave Cate something to get her out of her funk, because she was just wasting away in the wake of all this loss and tragedy, and her father going missing, obviously died, the wake of the loss that she witnessed, the trauma of the disaster that she somehow managed to survive. It's a lot. Yeah, and she was like, okay, I got to do something to get her out of there. But at the same time, there was a little selfishness in that, because she was like, hey, might as well find out. And if I can, maybe I'll get her out of the house and get those answers for myself. It was like this fear kept holding her back as well. And she tried to welcome Kentaro into her home. She broke then and there when he tried to help her with that. And when she just looked up and was just face to face with him. Everybody's like going through so much, man, and just the wake of all of this revelation, it's hard to understand like how that can feel without being in those shoes, because this is a very extreme world that they live in, and a very extreme set of circumstances that they found themselves in as well. So it's a lot of combination of a lot of different variables that makes it sometimes very difficult to just fathom how much complex and layered emotions that they're all dealing with. And also contradictory emotions all at the same time. It's interesting. It's wild in the way that the show is kind of doing this. And I talked about a little bit during the reaction, is like, it's just crazy to me, like going from like Godzilla 2014 to Godzilla King of the Monsters, something like this, where there's all these, sure, we got the large monster stuff going on. At the end of the day, there's a lot of like ideology that is trying to like juggle. And this one is this is like the Andor of this series, and I think it's trying to touch on these more grounded themes that are just coexist within this world. You know, this is like the human perspective. Take all the bubblegum, all the lasers, all the fighting out of it. This is just people trying to survive in this world and understand what the hell is going on in their powerlessness in the wake of these monsters, these giant action figures just smashing into buildings and into each other. It's kind of wild how tonally disconnected it is from where things have kind of transitioned in the direction that they seem to be going, but that something like this is still coming out right now. But it makes sense that it places it timeline-wise between those more serious-leaning films. So I'm wondering what the goal is in-game-wise, but I like the fleshing out of this world, though. I don't know. Another wild episode. This might be one of my favorites we've gotten so far. But guys, what'd you think? What are your thoughts? Sound off the comments. Let me know your thoughts down below. We'll carry on the conversation after the video. I hope you enjoyed the reaction. If you did, leave a like, drop a comment, subscribe if you're not already. Remember, we see the full length reaction. Check it out over on Patreon, or if you become a member of the channel, get you access as well. And speaking of before we go, I want to shout out our channel legends. Manny Share, Ryan Karen, York Horscott, Molita, Robert Anguiano, Jeffrey Hale, Jake Cantrell, Eric Official, Amy Becca, Casey Wood, Scythe, and JoJo. Thank you guys so much for your continued support. But that's it for this video, guys. I'll see you all in the next one. Take care, everybody.